Hi, I'm Jane Campbell and I'm joined by my brother, business partner Christian Lonzi.
G'day.
Welcome to the August edition of the Moonee Valley Market.
Okay, so today we're down at 193 Maribyrnong Road in Ascot Vale. So it's a beautiful townhouse development that we've been selling, and we've only got a couple left. So you can check them out in the link below, or if you're on Facebook, I think it's the link above as well. All right, so what's happening in the rental world, Jane?
Okay, I'd like to use these editorials to educate my landlords on some of the processes with tenancies. The topic I'd like to choose today is the bonds. As everyone knows, we have to lodge the bonds with the RTVA. Now, when claiming the bonds at the end of the tenancy, we only get 10 days to actually claim on these bonds. And if we fail to make a claim within that 10-day period, then we actually have to refund the bond in full to the tenant.
Geez, that's quick.
Yeah, so if there is any disagreements, you need to make sure you've lodged your VCAT applications within that 10-day period. If it does fall out of that period, we can make an application for an abereavement, but otherwise, yeah, it needs to be made in that period. So you have to move very quickly. Property managers go and do final inspections on the very day that the tenants move out with the tenant.
That's right.
And then we invite our landlords to come down within 24 hours after that inspection. So make sure you communicate with your property manager and make it clear if you do want to make any claims on those bonds.
Cool. And make sure you've got a great property manager like Jane and her team that can look after your property.
Thank you. What's happening in the sales world?
Okay, so market's definitely picked up slightly as far as auction clearance rates. We've seen a bit of an increase there. Still a real lack of stock at the moment, but what I think I'd love to talk to at this month is the new reforms that they've made about residential zones across the whole of Victoria. So this happened back in 27th of March, okay? And what they did is they've done a full reform across Victoria. Probably the main reason I think they did it was to try and get a bit more consistency with residential developments that are going on in places. Because you go into some suburbs and they do some really high density stuff, whereas I think it's good to see a bit of a slowing down of those multi developments going on around the areas. So what we're finding is there's a lot of key changes that they've made around the residential reforms, but I think one of the main ones that's affecting us at the moment is the mandatory minimum garden requirement that they're doing for developments at the moment.
Yeah.
So what that's doing is, like once upon a time we used to have an 800 square metre block, and you pretty much guaranteed it was going to be at least a 3 to 4 unit site or something like that. In fact, I think you could confirm a 4 unit site.
Yeah.
But now what we're finding is that might even only be a 2 unit site in some cases, but probably more likely 3, I would say, which actually is affecting the prices on the other end. So I think it's a bit difficult to say exactly how much it is affecting the prices at the moment because we haven't seen enough of them sell yet. There's a lot of confusions as far as developers go, architects, planners and things like that, and definitely confusion from our end about how much we can value them at as well.
Yeah, so do you think it's going to lower the price a lot?
Yeah, definitely I think there's got to be an adjustment there. Because you might have even noticed, you know how there's properties that are selling renovated, but there was always not that much difference between an unrenovated home and a renovated home because of that development potential. So if that's coming down, there should be a bit more of a gap between the unrenovated and the renovated homes. So one more thing I just wanted to say before we go today is I want to give a bit of a shout out to the Live for Lily Foundation. So I really want to thank you for letting us get involved in the butterfly ball and also the Run for Lily a couple of months ago. We had a great night. I believe you raised a heap of money because it was a fantastic event. Thanks again for letting us get involved.
And that's a wrap. So thanks for joining us for the Moonee Valley Market Update.
See you next month.